Yeah, that's how we start this. it's slowly becoming my audition to do the dubs, my voice acting dubs for hentai.
Okay.
What's up? What's up, guys? We're back with another episode of Six Feet Under this week. This time we are at Craft and Social in downtown El Paso, Texas, located at 305 East Franklin. Cesar right here along with Alex and Omar Vasquez, owner of Craft and Social. Omar, thanks for joining us this week. Thanks for letting us come down and do a podcast.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for asking. Yeah, pleasure.
Just go ahead and tell us a little bit about this place. Let everybody know about what you got going on here in Craft and Social.
Well, as you may or may not know, we've been here since 2014, January, so that's 6 years. So definitely been going strong. We're a craft beer wine joint, which we do have a kitchen as well. So therefore we have charcuterie board, sandwiches, hummus in-house, guacamole in-house, pico de gallo in-house, all the simple stuff, all the good stuff. So
That's cool, man. That's cool. How has it been for you guys since everything started going on?
Man, this has been quite a year. I'm sure we can all agree on that. We've adapted and overcome so many different phases of this year, and we're still just moving strong. So, an adventure for sure, but, we're still here. We're still open. We're still kicking it.
Was it a bit of a shock to see yesterday again how all of a sudden all the bars and everything got to get shut down and everything?
I mean, a bit of a shock, but not necessarily. I definitely knew it was going to happen again.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of when. I get it. We're going through a pandemic in the whole entire world, and other countries have beaten it by staying home. Which exactly. So,
Get outside too much.
yeah. But we're a small little joint, so we're the 50% occupancy. We emphasize to go as well, beer and food. So we're doing our part to make sure that we are, running this is the best way possible. Hand sanitizer everywhere, and just really emphasizing the control. So this is a small little spot, so we're doing about 20 people capacity.
Okay.
And so that way we just have a controlled situation, and we're not really trying to do anything crazy. At the end of the day, we're just trying to stay alive.
Yeah.
So
you guys are still been doing dining then, right? Or are you just gonna be focusing on takeout from now on?
You know what? We're still doing dining at the moment in time until further notice. We have the option of doing to go. And so, yeah, we're still doing dining. Like I said, 20 people tops.
20 people.
Yeah.
And so, with that being said, if you're gonna dine in, you definitely have to dine in. So if you want a beer, you're gonna have to order some food.
Okay.
And so whether it's a side or a sandwich, exactly, and that way we can, emphasize that we are a restaurant as well.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, it's an interesting year. There's so many just outer variables just coming at everyone this year. And just learning how to just approach it however best fit.
Yeah, because last time, I think last week you had when you fully opened, not fully open, but back to letting people
50%.
dine in.
It was 50%.
You had I know you post on your Instagram, you posted a call ahead just to reserve a table.
Mm-hmm.
Did that still
Precisely. Exactly.
Especially if you're coming a big group, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we definitely emphasize reservation. Again, we are only 20% occupancy. What's come on in, dude. We're like I said, 20 heads, and so at the end of the day, if we can fit 20 heads, it's gonna be cool. So yeah. Yeah, sorry, it's actually open, so we're just interrupting people.
Yeah, we're kind of in the way of everybody right now.
But so having that emphasized and it's helping you guys out more, letting people call ahead. We're gonna
Exactly. I think more than ever, people want to feel comfortable going out, and so we're not going to be trying to fit every single person in here and make wealth over health kind of deal. We're a controlled environment. We sanitize everything. If you come in right now, you want to look at a beer menu or food menu, you're going to have to actually text our phone number, and therefore we're going to send it to you because we're eliminating that whole process when it comes to actually just handing you the menu. And so we're making an effort. We're trying, And
with your menu, are you doing a full menu still, or did you have to cut back on some items? Or?
You know what? We cut back on 2 items, and that was just for the sake of just, it's COVID. It's just a strange year, and, we wanted to have the whole thing, and we're still making it work with what we have. And so hopefully bring those items back again soon, but I'm glad and pleased to know that we still have majority of the full menu, and so.
So with that, talk to us about the menu. Like, what's the menu like for you guys here? What is like the key items on there you think kind of makes you guys stand out?
Let's see here. So I would definitely say the charcuterie boards, which are definitely trying to get a little bit more fancier with it, if you will. So those are cheese boards. We have anywhere from the Gold Age, which is just going to be the vegetarian option, which is just going to be cheese, fruit, and then it always changes up, and so it's always something a little surprise. And then we have the craft block, which is probably our number one charcuterie board as far as sold, and that's going to be a little bit of like prosciutto and some like Gouda and some English cheddar cheese. It's all simple, easy snack food. Pre-COVID, we used to always have groups from all over downtown, workers and whatnot, companies, and they would, just, hey, put down the card and let's get 3 boards and, buy the first round. And it's just the perfect, like, little snack kind of deal. And we also have the vegan board as well, which is Vitopia cheese out of Portland. And so I actually went to high school with this chick, but she's making this cheese, and so it's all cashew-based cheese. So I have that plug, and so that's the vegan board, which we're on Uber Eats, and I gotta shout out this chick Vanessa, because for whatever reason she continues to order that vegan board, which is a $30 board, and you pay for what you get, and so we definitely have our diehard regulars who are supporting us through this time and understand we're a small business, and we're just trying to survive.
No, man, that's awesome. I'm glad to see you guys looking good. And shout out to Vanessa, shout out to everybody that still supports local and
yes, sir. Yeah, now more than ever.
Spends that kind of money on the local businesses.
Yeah, now more than ever. And then especially, it's crazy. I've had so many of my regulars come through, whether it's over the phone or in person for pickup or dine-in, and they're just constantly like, you know what? If we're gonna go out, we're gonna go local, because they understand the big picture right now, which is corporate America will live, and a lot of places unfortunately won't come back, won't survive, and so hopefully, we do, and we'll just continue trucking. That's all you can do.
Yeah, that's one thing I know you can count on Alex for. This guy's always coming by, I'm sure.
Yeah, every day. No, sir, you're cut off.
Damn. No. It's my bike ride. You're right on the way. Like it's like the perfect spot. Like you come on the bike. Like I was telling Cesar and a couple friends the other day too. It's just like I bike ride now, like as a workout.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good workout, and then just like coming back downtown, it's like you want to stop at a local business. Like always, like halfway, it's like I need a break, maybe a beer, maybe now a sandwich.
Yeah, I would say about 30% of people now, with how everything is quarantine edition this year. 30% of people are on bicycles now, which is really cool to see, because I have my bike, I ride every day to and from work, and I've been doing that for a while, and even more so now, just with the whole fact that no one is out. The streets are dead.
Yeah, the streets are dead.
Take advantage of just like the open road, and you are 100 feet away from everyone, no one's out on Texas Street, so that's awesome. And so but it's nice, it's refreshing to see everyone just cycling through, getting some fresh air with their mask
making
on.
Making it hard to get a bike and stuff.
Yeah, no lie.
I was out by Aurelia's, the brewery that's on the west side, and there's that bike shop next to it.
Yeah.
The day that I was there was like 30 people just outside in line waiting to go in the shop, and I was like, man, these guys are not struggling right now. They're like, now they're making some good business, I'm sure.
I think the biking industry is booming right now, and it's just crazy to know that this kind of thing has to happen for that industry to boom. I got nothing else better. I can't go to work. I can't go to, might as well get a bike. It's cool. I'm glad people are discovering it, but.
Yeah, because I was surprised, because I asked you, that's how I got my bike. I asked you, where should I go? And you told me Podium, and I also, they were going to order a bike for me, and I was like, oh, well, it doesn't get here till June.
Yeah.
It's March. It was May. I was like,
yeah,
May, the beginning of May, it gets to the end of June. I was like, oh shit! Even people that are big industries,
it's insane.
Bikes are gonna be
exactly, and it's a good problem to have, I guess. And so if you already have a bike, you're in luck, because things increase in value. But shout out to Podium though; those guys. I don't know if you've ever been there, but
I've been there once. Yeah.
Yeah. Those guys have been there for 2 years. They're diehard regulars of ours. And they're just an awesome hidden gem in El Paso. I feel like most people don't know about them, but it's a nice
you told me. I was like, oh,
coffee shop, food, and they have their own shop in the back, all cycling,
Yeah, well, I went there to eat. I went there with some coworkers to eat, and I didn't even know it was a bike shop until we got there. And I started seeing, what's going on here? What's all these bikes for?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
If you're on your bike and you need a little tune-up or need some air in your tire and you want to, have an omelet, bam, that's awesome. So
they got some good omelets. That's what I had when I was there.
Omelet was good. The shakes are good too. The food's good there. Yeah.
I got a coffee there the day that I took my bike for my tire got fucked up, so it's like I'm gonna wait here. So it's like
exactly.
Coffee.
Exactly. So
that's pretty good. Yeah, 'cause like damn, I was like, jeez.
So you're like an avid bike rider then? I'm assuming?
Yeah, I've been as of late. I mean, I don't know. There's just this year's just so gnarly, and I gotta release some stress somewhere.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, I just really prefer it just because streets are dead, like I said. But I mean, I live 3.5 miles away from here, and I'm making it here like in 15 minutes now.
Oh shit.
And like, I'm just pumping hard.
On your bike? That's pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm just pumping hard because, dude, I'm just constantly thinking about all the things that could or can't happen, and all these I gotta do, and just like, man, just planning my week out, my month out, my year out, and just, staying proactive because this is just the year of just being ready, dude.
I think like from all this, the thing that I think I've taken, this is like the year to get back to basics and really just like figure out exactly what's actually important and what you actually
focus on
really
yourself.
should focus on.
Exactly.
That's like the crazy thing I think I've taken from all this thing, because like I know like for us, like before all this happened, we'd go out like pretty much every weekend. We'd be here, we'd go around downtown, do other stuff, but then now it's like we can't really do that, so it's like, all right, well, what am I gonna do now? I know like us, we've been doing this a lot more, really getting back to what we just talking with people, hanging out with people. Me personally, I've been working more on my music. I know Alex has been doing more with his art and things like that. And I think like we've all been focusing on the things that we really, I think, focus that are important to us.
Yes.
So I think that's the cool thing about this whole thing, really.
Actually having time to do.
Yeah, just rediscovering yourself because you have that time now, to just like, you're not stuck to the 9 to 5 and having to do all those things. You're just in that routine, and now it's focusing on yourself, and I mean, it's definitely cool to just experience that freedom right now, more so, and so just staying proactive. I've just like to constantly just keep moving and just do something rather than nothing.
Sorry, that wasn't a good word.
No worries.
Oh god. So beyond that, I know you guys got a pretty cool menu here. You guys have some good stuff. You also you have beer on tap here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So what's the idea, I guess, behind that you had with kind of the beer with the food? Because I mean, you're not a full bar, you're a restaurant.
Precisely.
Mostly, really. Right?
Yeah, precisely.
So how did you go about, I guess, deciding what kind of beer you want to have here, and like what's like? Do you have like a huge history with beer, or breweries, or anything like that?
Yeah. So we have 20 beers on the wall, and it's all just hand selected by myself and my staff. It's just usually based on what's in season,
Okay.
And so like right now, my favorite time is summertime sours. I mean, that's definitely a thing. So, anywhere from Martin House to Avery to St. Arnold's to you name it. And so we constantly rotate it out. Pre-COVID, like every single year, summertime, we'd probably go through about 150 different kinds of sours from April to August, give or take. And that's on the wall. And so, we definitely are known for that. Obviously when it gets colder in the wintertime, I would say stouts, porters, a little darker, and just kind of just base it off of that. And then, I mean, what I like as well. If it's good, like, oh, hell yeah, let's do it,
You had a moment where like you had a beer and you're like, why am I selling this?
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's fun. Right now hazy IPAs are trending. I feel like IPAs in general just always been the number one, popular craft beer choices. So just something for everyone. At the end of the day, we understand we're still in El Paso, and you want to drink with your Theo, and we got Shiner Light Blonde on draft for $4, and just other comparable things like that. And over the times, we've just changed a little bit. For example, we have Lone Star Light in a can, which is $1, and that's all day, every day. And that's because sometimes you're in that mood, bro. I respect that. Yeah, exactly. We respect craft beer, but at the same time, we respect what you want at the end of the day. And there's a time and a place for a Mexican beer, whether it's Dos Equis or Corona or awesome Imperial Stout, or so to each their own. And so we have a little bit of all that.
Yeah.
And so
Tricking the time. I didn't want to flip that.
no worries.
What's your favorite beer that you got on tap right now?
Ooh, right now on the wall, I would have to say Firestone Lupin Distortion number 14, which is part of the IPA series from them. That's the IPA series name. Every 90 days, they create a new IPA, which they have their own hops they actually grew themselves. These are all truly unique recipes, but it's always going to be a nice, easy 5-6 single IPA. So that one's really good, number 14, or the Sea Quench from Dogfish Head, which is just a classic gosé. So that's just going to be like I kind of prefer it to like a minchelada, if you will. It's just lime, salt, and it's just 4%, very thirst quenching, easy going. Those are both available for growler fills too, $19 a fill. It's $20 with tax, and that's for 4 pints to go, and that's in a growler. Yeah. And so we're doing that, or you can have a pint while you wait and have that for $5-6, depending on car happy hour or not. And so
yeah, because that's the thing I've been doing. Like I come here and just buy my beer.
Yeah.
Here, like that's like I'll get a growler, I'll get like a 6-pack that I make from. Because you're also selling them on mason jars, right? Like
yeah, mason jars as well. Yeah, that was really cool. So when we first were shut down in March, St. Patrick's Day, TBC was releasing all these, details, but not really too detailed. But it was just like, hey, we can do to-go beer, as long as it's a sealed container. And that's literally how it was read. And so it was just like, well, I'm just going to buy some mason jars because I already have a crap ton in the basement. And that's just from all the years of us getting jam from this little old lady in Las Cruces, because that's where we get our jam from for our cheesers, which is what we're known for as far as food goes. Ultimate grilled cheese sandwich. And so I just, hey, you know what? We have all these. I got the lids, 16 ounces. Boom, here you go. Tape. Thank you. And TBC did walk in one day, which is crazy. And so they saw the mason jars taped up and whatnot. And I was like, we're doing everything as stated.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, And so it was pretty awesome just to shoot our shot and just read read that and do it, And so.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, we do that.
We do that all the time. So right now you're mentioning about you guys putting the beer in the mason jars. Now we got mason jars of beer in them. What did you think when, I guess, like TABC and everything started allowing everybody to do the to-go beers and delivery beers and all that kind of stuff? Because that was not allowed before, right? Alcohol-wise?
So it was previously actually already possible with beer, which was like passed, I think, a year ago. And so the to-go thing was something we've already done before, before all this. But the fact that they were expanding it to other bars that I believe had liquor license, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's awesome. I think it's cool. I think, those sales are now making up a majority of sales now for alcohol when it comes to Texas. And so, I'm all for it. If there's just another possible way of, experiencing, supporting a local business again, why not?
Yeah, because I think that was like the hardest thing as a brewery or bar to be like, oh shit, like I cannot sell because I don't have like cans here.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I don't know, like Eskimo Hut, I'm still confused on that whole concept.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
And I mean, like, regardless of how you feel about it, like it's crazy. Like, they put it in a bag and that's a sealed container. Again, sealed container. But I mean,
wait, they do it just in a bag?
Yeah, so they give you styrofoam cup, and it's like Jello shots or Kinsavik, and they freaking like zip it. What is that? That bag where they
Ziploc?
Air seal.
Air seal bag.
So like, and then they give it to you, but the straw's already there and everything, and then you just drive off, and so.
Yeah, like that one's not.
That's a completely legal business, and they've been thriving, and no shit. I'm
surprised that shit's like actually.
And so, why can't a brewery or craft beer joint sell a 6-pack to go? And so. Yeah,
like that's the thing that every time on the show, I was shouting you out because it's like I'd rather spend that extra $1 than just buying a beer from a local business than going. I was like, I can get the same 4-pack at Target, like for $9, but then I'd rather come here and $9, $12.
And I appreciate
maybe.
that. Yeah,
it's better just like one. Like still going to one of the spots that I enjoy going.
Mm-hmm.
Two is like I'm supporting a friend and a local spot.
It's
like that's the main thing. Like people are not like, whoa, you can buy this beer like at Specs. Like but Specs is gonna be there.
Specs will always be there, And then the thing about that too is like if you zoom out on the whole thing, like Specs is a corporate spot, but all that beer, some of that stuff's been sitting there for a very long time. Check your dates, guys. Straight up.
No,
it's on the bottom of the can. I mean, and it is what it is, and it's one of those things where quality control here. We order a certain amount of cases because we're not Specs. We're not gonna order a pallet of something, but I'll order 2-3 cases of a awesome hazy IPA can, and it's fresh because we just got it, and you're gonna know that you're gonna be getting some good stuff, some fresh beer all the time. It's like side door liquor store. I used to go there a lot before COVID, and They always had all that cool, awesome stuff because they're in New Mexico. And, you know, some of it sat there, but it was all the Belgian yeasty beastie stuff, which is what you want to sit. And so, yeah, it's kind of cool, like, just to know that, I don't know, as a beer drinker, I could tell who's serious about it and who's not, you know, like, as far as when you go out somewhere, you know. And so, but then again, it's just Food King, Natterdays.
Yeah, those are been like
$13 a 30-pack?
Or I think that's like the cheapest 30-pack you can get.
Yeah, but I mean, Natterdays at Albertsons is like 20-something bucks.
Something around there.
But if you go to Food King, you know, like, which is where I go religiously, like, I mean, you guys like that Urban Mate tea?
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know that.
It's like this super caffeinated can. I don't know where it's from.
I don't know.
You go to Sprouts, you're going to spend like 2 for $5 or like $4 on a can. You go to freaking Food King, which I spend $20 there every week religiously on like 8 cans because it's like $1.89. Not cold in the dry section.
I didn't know they had it.
Food King is the shit. Like, I mean, like, if you really want to make your buck stretch, dude, yeah, it's all about those fines. So many of those here in El Paso, you know. So
because I like.
No one does.
I always buy them like at the gas station, like when I'm still like, oh, I see, like, oh fuck, that sounds good right
no,
now.
I know, but then it's just like I've done that once. Like, oh, I'm not gonna buy you for $49. I could go to Food King, you know, like $1.89. Yes.
I'll put it in my fridge. I'll wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, I mean.
But like, god damn, like Food King's where it's at now.
Dude.
Always. It's always been at
Food King. It's always been at
King.
Food King. Yeah, dude. All those mom and pop little, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
like
I forget. It's because like we live in the same area, and I mean it's like, oh shit, like.
Yeah.
Like we're lucky that we have everything really close by.
Yeah, no lie.
So I used to always go to Big 8.
Dude, Big 8. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Big 8 is the shit. You guys remember Furs?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Hell, next to Foxy's.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Yeah, right.
We were trying to pay for college
Are
girls.
strip clubs going to be like a thing now that COVID is existing?
They actually, so I have friends that are strippers.
Okay.
Yes, Alex, we know you have friends that are strippers.
It's not my problem. They're thriving out there. But she's saying like we have to wear a mask. That's it. It's like, but you're still like halfway naked.
And it's still, wow, it's
Like,
crazy.
It's like,
Yeah, but they still got the old underground business, your little mansion parties that they got
oh
going
yeah,
on.
they have, like they actually like before they opened the strip clubs again, they were actually renting mansions and do like strip club parties. It was like
Wild.
It's like
It's
an
like you
underground
get,
party.
like, yeah, pretty much. It's like you get it, like you, I guess like they were posting it on their Instagram, and it's just like, oh, like I'll send you the address. Or really letting it, like really letting like certain amount of people. It's just like, first, like how the fuck are you renting a mansion?
So that's insane.
Do you think they squeeze some hand sanitizer on you before they give you the lap dance?
I would hope so. I mean, at the very least, common courtesy.
Before every set starts, like some guy just comes and like sprays the
Yeah,
ball,
no lie. No lie.
polishing it.
I just picture, like, if it's going to be, like, truly sanitary, like, everyone's got to be in bubbles. Flaming lips it up, you know? I don't know. Like, you know, no touching, sorry, you know? But here I am.
You just gotta stand behind a little cubicle.
Plastic through plastic, yeah. Exactly.
Like those private rooms.
Yeah, like,
Plexiglass.
yeah, exactly.
They have the little cutouts to insert tip here.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean,
They're taking credit cards now. Like, oh, shit. Like I don't have singles. Oh, we take cards now.
I would take
What?
Apple Pay.
fuck yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Shit, my Apple Pay won. It's like, why did I spend 20? Oh, strippers. On Apple Pay.
Oh, man, that's funny. So I also see you got some cool art here, man. All these.
Thank
on the
you, man.
wall, these things are cool.
Thank
Who
you,
did
man.
all these?
This is my homeboy, Thayer Nicholas. He is a local cat, El Pasoan. He, awesome dude, man. These are 3 of his pieces right now. We had 2 more on this wall, which he sold. So, yeah, we always support local everything. That includes the arts as well. And so, for the longest time, I kind of treated this like an art gallery,
Yeah.
where we had local artists take over the walls every couple of weeks, months. And we've had photography, we've had this huge stuff, we've had just anything and everything when it comes to all the mediums. And so, yeah, you know, it's something that I just decided just to showcase local art. Pre-COVID days, I would say 40% of our customers were out-of-towners. We had so many out-of-towners, so many regulars for out-of-towners, and they would come weekly, quarterly, whatever, just because they worked here. And, you know, they always thought that this place was super chill just due to the fact that it was all local.
Yeah.
You know, and so whether it's local beer and just every sort of aspect, you know, and so we like to constantly rotate it out. And so eventually these will go down and we'll have someone else come up and just like the beer and just like certain food items and yeah, you know, just keeping it fresh, man. Just constantly changing it up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because like on your growler, you have Kristen's work, which is actually her.
Yes, Kristen Aputaka. She's my homegirl for sure. I've known that girl since we were in 6th grade.
Damn.
So, yeah, we go back. So, yeah, she's definitely a lifelong homie. And yeah, she was kind enough to go ahead and put her face on the growler. Craft and social distancing. Yeah, and so we have a limited edition of those. Yeah, we have, I think, about 100 of those. And that's just that's where we're going to keep it at. And that's just, I survived the pandemic, you know.
Growler.
Yeah, growler. Yeah, exactly. You swag. So, yeah. So we still have about, say, 50 left. And, yeah, I mean, once those go, we'll probably have another local artist or something like that.
Do you do that regularly with the growlers? Or you'll probably like every now and then just do one, or you use like keep it on rotation as soon as it's done,
she's actually the first one that we've had in a while as far as growlers go, and so now that things are the way they are and beers to go is definitely more emphasized, I definitely envision having, you know, some kind of like limited series with maybe hopefully local artists to go ahead and do their own craft and social distancing. That's what literally is said on the growler. And just kind of, you know, take advantage of this, you know, unique term and then just, you know, and just brand it and just brand ourselves and, you know, make sure people that are aware that, hey, you know, we do $20 fills of some pretty awesome stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and just support local. So.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like you're, like again, you're always supporting local, and you're just actually creating like more of your own brand with local artists, local stuff.
Exactly, and that's just, you know, totally El Paso. You know, the guys who made it is Mother of All branding, excuse me, and those are awesome peeps, Laura and Moy, and those cats have, you know, super local as well, you know, and Laura used to work here, and, you know, they're just super good friends, but are another local company, and, you know, we just always try to make sure that, you know, if we can, we will support our friends, you know, especially during these times, you know, no matter what. Yeah, so we're helping each other out, you know, that's a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah.
So
I think that's what the good thing about this happening is. It's like people are actually like, hey, like I need this.
Yeah.
Like, help me out. Like, yeah, like let's fucking collaborate. Like, I think that's the other reason. Like people are actually now emphasizing more. Like, oh, we can do together this.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, working together, you're only gonna get bigger and better and stronger. You know, and I mean, it's awesome. You know, El Paso's definitely getting. It's always been a tight-knit community already as is, but even more so now. You know, I don't think everyone's really afraid to ask for help, and you know, we're all just taking advantage of each other's resources, and that's awesome. You know, and so, yeah, definitely super cool to see. Was it raining outside? I think I just saw a drop.
I think it's sprinkling.
This weather's been so crazy.
Yeah, it's being weird. Like this one is freaking hot.
Yeah.
Like as balls, and then now.
Along with those dust storms we had this week.
Man, I rode in one of those the other day. Man, that thing. I was going down Texas and literally had my sunglasses on because the sand was just like too much, and then just those gusts and just the sand. You know, just oh man, it was an experience. But I made it, so it's cool. You know.
Made it. I don't know what fell. But
yeah, right.
Like I don't have my keys anymore. Yeah, I think that's because when you told me, it's like, damn, like I did not like the last time it was windy too. Like I was going down El Paso High.
Yeah.
And it's like going down, you're like, okay, cool. It's like I never struggle that much going down. Just because of the wind was going.
Dude, that wind here in El Paso is truly something else. I mean, when it kicks up. And that's the worst weather to ride into.
Honestly, yeah, it is.
I hate the wind.
I think that's like my least favorite weather that we ever have here. Is as soon as we get to the April, May months, like, oh crap, here comes the wind.
Exactly. Yep. I'd much rather take rain or.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, that wind is just too wicked here. But you gotta learn to love it, I guess. It ain't gonna go nowhere, you know.
Like, it rains and it gets super hot.
It's awesome when you're going with the wind on your bike. It's like,
oh,
I'm going 25 miles an hour. What's up? You know, like,
your past bike was like
zooming. Yeah,
you're like, oh shit, it did 25.
Yeah. But yeah, it totally is raining. It's crazy. Have you ridden Scenic Drive before?
I mean, drive, but I haven't got it because.
You haven't done the bicycle?
No.
That shit's nuts, dude.
Dude, it goes on a single gear. It's like, God.
Yeah.
I go up the hill sometimes and it's like, oh shit.
It's hard, man, for sure. But like, if you're going east to west, that's the spot you don't want to go because the mountains. It's way longer, and it's just way more of a bitch. But if you're coming from west to east, It's a super quick, just boop, and then you just
fly all the way down.
You're gonna fly all the way down. You're gonna be pressing on that brake, but it's super fun, dude. Like super fun. I think on Sundays they close Scenic Drive, so the road's yours.
Oh yeah.
So
I
you know.
doing on Sundays. Like,
So
don't find me there.
I did that ride though when it was closed for a while. And
nice.
so yeah, it was like middle of the night, super fun. So
Yeah. Oh shit. Sorry. Get distracted when people come in.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, we got distracted. There's still customers in here, like we were saying.
Hell yeah, we're open
People-
3
they're
to 10
open.
every day.
So I gotta tell you, the thing I think I really like the most about your place is the VHS collection that you got over here.
Thank you. Yeah,
That is
man.
super, like, dope.
Yeah. So you know what? We just acquired all that. Funny story. So I already had about maybe 100 VHSs. Currently here at Kraft this past year.
Yeah.
And we have the VHS player, and we have the last big screen before they came flat. So that sucker's about 4 feet wide. That was a nice gift from Sam and Sarah Amquist, super good friends of mine. But the VHSs, I think we have about 600 now. And it's all about who you know. So there's this guy named Joel. And I don't know if you know, but there's a hostel above us, and it's the Gardner Hotel.
Yeah.
And this is the Gardner building. And Joel lives there. And I guess one day came in here, ordered some beer. I was like, hey, you like VHS? And I was like, yeah, I mean, so I have some. Do you want some? And I was like, sure, I'll take some. And some have been donated before in the past with other people because they don't know what to do with them. I'm like, yeah, at least people will see them, here. And he's like, yeah, just pick me up and we'll go to my storage unit on the west side. He had about 600 all separate boxes, all air sealed tight, all alphabetical order, all separated by genre. It was a fucking gold mine. And so, like, if you go through our VHS collection, yeah, we have some fucking bangers. We have all the Star Trek original, the seasons on VHS. Just a bunch of stuff, man. And so the plan is now, and this isn't the way I want it to look, but these ceilings go up 12 feet. And so I'm going to try to put some shelves on this wall. And therefore, we're going to have the full wall of just VHS.
That'd be cool, man.
And what I kind of envision in the future is hopefully, let's say, the virus isn't going to go anywhere for a while, but then we're going to have to adapt. And let's say you want to go out and you want to take a chick on a date. And you know what? Hey, Craft Social, can I book this Saturday night, 6 p.m., 2 top for Richie, whatever? And, hey, do you have Ben in Black? Yeah, we'll show it for you. 7 o'clock, Richie. Awesome, sweet. And therefore, you can come on in and have your seat and, oh, look, babe, it's that movie you like or whatever, you're a thoughtful guy. Exactly, but, I think with, cinemas being all weird now and closed and, again, like, we're going to be always that small little tight nook, but, I think we're going to be able to do that, and VHS, man, my favorite part about those now more than ever are the beginning credits. Everyone, I swear, when people are here, just like immediately are just like nostalgic and just like, what are we? It's just crazy.
That's crazy because you don't think about that now, like with Blu-rays and DVDs, you can just skip right past those. Yeah. But before, like, you kind of have to watch them unless you're just gonna fast forward through everything.
You can't skip through these, man.
You can't skip through them.
And we have some crazy weird stuff, and so like. There was one preview watched the other day. It was like 2 minutes long, and it was this 1980s horror film, Skinner. And this guy just skins people, and it was like no names galore, just super weird. And it's freaking hilarious,
Like, do you see that movie? It's like, do I have that movie here? Like, you actually think about it. It's like, oh shit, I kind of want to see that.
Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. It's super strange, but I think hopefully people will recognize, like, hey, yeah, we have VHSs, and we're just trying to just do our thing. I'm trying to go for the whole nostalgic feel, man. Like it feels like home.
You haven't had anybody come in and be like, what are those?
No, usually everyone just trips out, and they're like, whoa, South Park 1 through 10? It's like, yeah, that's right, and so, I mean, it's,
Beat me on that.
yeah, it's nuts, people appreciate it. It's all the little things, I mean, little things are big things.
Like, you forget how long some movies are now, and then you see the VHS, like, it's 2 fucking VHS.
2 VHSs,
remember Titanic had, like, I think 3 tapes or whatever?
Something like that. Oh, yeah, I believe so.
Braveheart, too.
Godfather, the series. Those are separate movies, but yeah.
Like, still, I'm just like, gosh. And then you have to rewind.
Yeah.
Like, damn it. Like,
Exactly.
You take it back to Blockbuster. Why do I have a $2 fee? You forgot to rewind. Shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but I think like one of my favorite things on VHS is just that graininess. Like,
oh yeah, dude.
And then you have to adjust the VHS
tracker and stuff. Yeah, we do that all the time here. Some of them that's just how it's gonna be, you know. It's like, okay, whatever.
I think that's the best.
But that's what I was saying, cause like you have Who Framed Roger Rabbit on right now.
Yeah.
And like I've seen it like now on the new Blu-ray and even like on Disney Plus. I'm like, it doesn't compare to how that looks. I don't think.
Exactly.
It's better.
It looks better like that.
Yeah, the rough old stuff is vintage. You know, it has that more authentic feel, if you will. You know, and so. Again, give us a call, reserve a spot. You know, I think I'm gonna try to develop like a little catalog that way people can know what we have, and
especially now because it's like you said, there's no theaters like right now.
Exactly, and you're not gonna be able to see this in the theaters. You know, I mean,
I think what are they're doing this at drive-ins.
I think they're doing drive-ins right now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, right now the big thing is the drive-ins, and that's kind of popping up right now. But
it's only like one day though during the week.
Yeah, well, it's like every week, but they're doing I think like Friday through Mondays, and they'll do movies each night. Right now they're doing them at the Coliseum. But what's crazy, dude, like since you were saying that, I know like we just passed Father's Day, and apparently on Father's Day, some theaters that are still open, they re-showed Jurassic Park. And it was like the #1 movie again for like that weekend.
Of course it was, dude. That's classic. We got that one on. We got that one on VHS. Yeah, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, I think that'd be a cool idea to just show the classics rather than remaking the classics. Just show the classics.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's just certain things. I have an 8-year-old boy, and he loves all the old stuff. You know, when he got into Power Rangers, he watched all the original Power Rangers.
Yes.
And I'm walking in on him like, bro, I used to watch this when I was a kid. I know this episode. Like, move over. You know, like it's crazy. Like,
pull out your toy.
Yeah, exactly. Right? You don't know what you don't even want to know what happens to Tommy, bro. Like,
you think he's a Green Ranger, bro?
Yeah, exactly. But it's just cool that he got himself into that, and I think it's because it's that vintage, like old school. You know, it's not that special effects, crystal clear, stuff, and
which I think still the Power Rangers actually. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, because like I was watching. I went back to like Power Rangers the other day too. I started rewatching the first, like the original, like. I forgot.
The first Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, that's the only one I've seen.
Yeah, no, that's all you need to see.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the other ones because my kid, but new ones don't.
I think even the new one still has that cheesy, like.
Yeah.
You gotta keep it like that.
Dude, I feel like the new ones are way cheesier than the old ones though, because I've seen some of the new ones just because they always do like the old team ups, so if they bring back the Mighty Morphin ones. And I watched them, I was like, man, I don't remember the show being this cheesy, or maybe it always was. And I just didn't notice, but I feel
it's super cheesy. It's always been super cheesy. Always been super cheesy.
Why as a teenager teaching karate?
Yeah.
Like a professional. I was like, how the
Or those two bad guys or whatever the hell? I don't even know what the fuck their names are. Yeah, the whole thing is ridiculous.
And I think they actually direct the new ones. I was like, holy shit.
Good for them. Yeah.
Like, god damn. Power Rangers were shit.
Oh, fuck, man.
I still actually have the original Megazord.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. Hell yeah. I know we have one or two of those VHSs, so.
No,
yeah. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
I think that's the movie I'm gonna reserve when I bring a Dave here.
Boom. Do it, bro. Do it.
Some Power Rangers.
Like,
sorry.
You forget about the date and just like watching the Power Rangers.
That's my favorite part.
Oh shit. I thought you were here for me. It's like, nah.
Yeah.
So I remember you guys used to use a projector too, right? Are you still doing
it's still
that,
there.
or?
It's still there. It's still there. We still use it. It's hooked up to the back of my computer, which I'm always working on right now. So like, I'm not really emphasizing it right now, but we definitely want to eventually, hopefully, with the help of my good friend Kilo. He's the sound guy for Lowbrow.
Yeah.
Super amazing fella. I guess he's gonna try to go ahead and link up the VHS, so we can have 2 images of that. So that's just a couple chords away, I'm sure. But no rush on that. But we'll definitely use it in that aspect. And so, therefore we can definitely have a movie night, like eventually.
Just put the sound, like, usually you have the VHS just.
You know what? So he was like, dude, we could put the sound with the cord, and he was explaining to me, and he's like, or you could just rock that, and that fucking thing is loud. That's movie cinema quality right there. Like, if I you want me to put it, you want to hear it, or not really?
I don't mind showing that.
So why not? Yeah.
Take a little break from that. Ah, jeez. I have to cut this out. Damn it. Editing problems. I'm not gonna cut this out.
I'm not gonna cut it out.
All right.
Dude, I think like old TVs that had the best audio. Oh shoot.
This thing can go up to 100. I'm at 30.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Dude, that is really loud. Holy crap.
Damn.
You're gonna hear that. Like, you're gonna hear that. Like, you know.
It's just like, why do you even? Yeah, you don't need to set up this. I think the sound's gonna make it sound.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's
to put it out on the sound, it doesn't sound.
It's
like
built in. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think like old TVs always had like the best.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were large and they would put like fucking stupid ass.
Well, it's because they got the
in
big
it.
ass box, man. You know, that's what they're really
Exactly,
essentially for.
Exactly. So
Just
we'll
like
we'll
go
leave
back
that
to-
puppy there, and we'll just keep using it. So.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
what's
that's dope.
next that you would like to add on like to the place?
Um,
Like, we were talking about the wall, like the movie, like how are you gonna like, if you want to build that retro, like stuff, like nostalgia, like what else is like? Oh, I want to.
So yeah, I mean, there's been obviously a lot of changes this year, but then there are also, like we said earlier, just a lot of free time too in that sense, and so being proactive. So definitely been writing down a bunch of ideas with the help of my brother here, who's been our cook here for over a year now, and he's super artistic and has a really cool style. But I think I'm gonna have him do some of the bathrooms and just just a little bit more interior design, if you will, and just kind of give it a little bit more of a uplift, if you will, take advantage of certain the slow days and whatnot. And that's really it, man. I mean, to be quite honest, just because I'm just looking forward to just, hopefully opening up again, at 100% one day when everything's under control, and and
like more old normal, I guess. 'Cause
Yeah.
Right now, this is just our normal to this point.
exactly. Yeah,
new
this is our normal. Exactly.
Because
But,
I know, like, coming here, like, I guess, like, before pre-COVID.
Mhm.
It's a weird thing to say now.
Yeah, I know,
Pre-COVID. But, like, you always had, like, vinyl DJs, which, like, they're always badass. Because, like, you see kids now, they're like, oh, I like DJs. Like, yeah, they're doing it on a computer.
Yeah.
Come see, like, the old school way.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you were streaming, like, on Fridays, right?
We did a lot of live streams for a second there. That was really cool. Shout out to DJ Hitchman, super old school cat. And yeah, dude, I mean, we have had there's a lot of amazing people here in El Paso.
Yeah.
And they have an amazing collection, whether it's comics or records or VHS or whatever. And so, why not showcase that with everyone else? And so we'll definitely bring back vinyls for sure.
Yeah.
And just, support one another again and just make that key as far as like, hey, we're working with locals and supporting locals. And the vinyl will definitely come back.
Yeah, no, because I was saying that because it was like coming here and like the first time I came in, I was like, oh shit, like you have like someone playing, like
Yeah.
I have it, like no one knows that sometimes you have like people you're playing.
No, I know.
And it's just like, oh shit, like it's a cool thing. And when I saw, I was like, oh shit, like he's an actual, like for me that's an actual real DJ. Like when you have the vinyl on it.
Yeah, hell yeah, definitely,
You have to
definitely.
figure
And you
out-
have all those awesome vinyl. Like this guy has this on vinyl. What the hell, And so, yeah, man. There's again so many amazing people that live here that have so many amazing vinyls, and
Like bring in more musicians as well. And, like, keep
Exactly.
success, I guess.
exactly. And so it's just that like another little small thing, nice little touch, And it's always cool when people come in here not expecting this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they're just like, whoa.
They're surprised at what they see.
Yeah,
cool.
exactly, And so we're just trying to have, some kind of personality, And I think even before all this stuff, we've always been that chill bar, I think Craft and Social, the name in itself, come have a craft beer and socialize, and that was literally as simple as it comes. And I've had so many amazing conversations, so many people throughout the years who I've never met in my life prior to that night. And, everyone's just easygoing. Hey, how are you?
And was that like the reason I guess you wanted to start this place and open it up, or was there like a specific thing that made you say like, all right, this is what I want to do and this is what I'm gonna.
So
make
funny
it?
story. Well, not a funny story. Fact story. Everyone knows. I mean, so 2014, I wasn't here that January. I actually hopped on April of 2014, and at the time, a good friend of mine, Rafael Terrazas, owned this bar.
Okay.
He was a regular of mine at Hoppy Monk. That's where I used to work prior to this, and he was a regular of mine, and he opened up this bar. And one day I came in, and it was after work, and that was at the El Paso Chihuahua Stadium.
Yeah.
And I was on the head grounds crew keeper squad. So that was the 7 to 7, 7 days a week, 7 months straight, taking care of that field. It was one of the coolest jobs with the shittiest pay. And so I luckily got to meet, Trevor Hoffman and Frank Core and all these badass players. Saw Cespedes hit that museum with home runs and whatnot. It was an awesome experience, but it wasn't enough to pay for my lifestyle. And so one day I walked in here and had a beer. I was like, hey, dude, congratulations. And, I was just like, dude, this is awesome what you got going. And I was like, I don't know, it's kind of buzzed. I could totally run this bar with one hand behind my back. And, when do you want to start?
I was like,
and I just like, oh, man, I just finished a bomber of Odell Tree Shaker, which is that peach double IPA. And I'll forever, when I have that beer, think about that moment because it was funny because I ended up staying here for 5 years. And then 2018 ended up doing a Kickstarter and put that up for 30 days. And I actually was able and fortunate enough with the help of this amazing community to raise $20,465 in 30 days. And I was able to use that money to take over this bar. So I am sole proprietor of this bar now. And so that just really goes to show how amazing this city is. And it was as simple as just me saying, hey, look, I'm here. This is what I love to do. This is where I am. And with your help, we can go ahead and make this something else. Yeah. And so I've been fortunate enough to go ahead. This is my second year ownership now. And second year is, I guess, always the make or break year. Yeah. And man, this is the worst. Yeah. This is definitely the best year. Nothing bringing me down, you just got to have that attitude. Yeah, exactly. And so it's been quite a freaking roller coaster, but I don't regret a single thing. And, just definitely super fortunate to, have had that happen and just try to continue just being, humble and just, I think ultimately the reason why we have so many regulars, we was able to do all that is just because we're I hate using the word real, but we're a real bar. It's a chill place. It's kind of like a Cheers episode, like I know you, I know what you like, I know what you want, and we have a lot of those. So many regulars, and half these guys don't even ask what they want. They just know, they trust me. Yeah. And I think people want to feel like they can come in here and just talk and hang out. Yeah, and
you're locating for me it's one of the best spots here just because I work down the street. It's after work it's I want a beer. Yeah. I want to enjoy I just want to be having a good time just by myself or something. But every time I did that, someone starts talking to me, I'll start talking to someone sitting next to me in the bar, and then you're just I'll buy you a beer.
And there's not a lot of places you can do that. There's not, it's insane. But there's other places out there that don't really work like that. It's music bumping, and you're just there with your thoughts. Why can't I talk to anybody? And music here will never go too loud unless we have an actual live band, which we used to do. But usually it's just come and socialize again, network, and talk about what you do and link up with people and what you can do. And I've had people meet here for the first time and got married. I've had people here who met here. No, but it's cool. It's cool.
I got a thank you card.
Super sweet guys. They live in, I don't even know anymore, but it's cool, and that's so cool. I've had Crystal Galloway, she's the rep for Cardbox. She got proposed here, and she's happily married to her husband now. And, just so many crazy, awesome things where this place has now been a part of their lives in a really special way. And I'm just super flattered to go ahead and just, be the host of that. And, it's awesome.
Because you're right. This is the only place where you're downtown that I think you can come and actually talk to someone. Because you go to, what's next here, the pizza joint, and then there's, the bars next to it, and it's always, you hear the music outside too. It's I cannot go in. I just want to one beer or 2 beers to relax.
Pride Square is awesome. They know how to party. It's freaking always a good time. But yeah, Friday nights, man, music is up, and it is what it is, and that's what you're expecting. That's what people go for. But you're not always in that mood, and
and
we're
always
find
this place, and you're oh shit, I can actually like you said, bring in a date and actually talk. Not go to let's go to the club. It's man.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you get your food. The cheese platter, which is pretty good. I actually had it.
Thank you, man. Hell yeah, appreciate
it. With the wine.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And it's just a good ass time. Just not being just fucking bumping.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's just more chill, man. And as I get older too, I'm not saying I'm super old, but I'm just looking to chill out. I'm not trying to get rowdy and crazy, and just have a beer and hang out.
Yeah. And then you just ended up talking to people come here and just talk to you. It's even good, just especially not right now, but I guess back when it was normal. It's you can just actually talk to someone.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
I had a shitty day at work, but then
it's insane, man. It's a super cool spot. I'm super thankful to have it, and I can't wait to see what comes of this place. Because there's a lot of ideas I have, but those are gonna happen with time, and so it's just keep on keeping on.
Well, that's really cool, man. I'm glad to see you guys are doing well. I'm glad to see what's going to happen in the future for you guys. I guess this is where we're kind of cut in, or we're kind of getting to our time limit again for stopping the recording. So I guess we can just try and cut in here. If there's anything you want to say before we finish up, man.
Just follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and bear with us as we go through this insane ride. But come get some beer, some food, ticket to go, and thank you. So
support everybody.
Support everyone. Support El Paso. Support all the small business you can. So.
Yeah, guys, we'll put the link in our description below. We'll put it on the screen, and then just remember, always, be smart, shop local, support your local businesses, and thanks for joining us again this week.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks.